Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. Welcome back to Movie Monday. So what I was going to do last week was not this. What I was going to do was Death at a Funeral, which is a black comedy. Black comedy means basically dark humor, so making comedy out of something that's like depressing and sad, like a funeral, for example. So it's a dark humor movie, and I saw it on Netflix and just like, oh, that's cool. Then I was just like, wait, this Netflix one doesn't have the same cast that I saw earlier. What's going on? So I went on IMDb. There's two versions. There's two versions of Death at a Funeral. There is the English original version and the American remake. American remake. Similar to the Dynasty TV show. Dynasty, there's an original British Dynasty TV show, and there's an American remake which is going on right now. In the same way, this movie, Death at a Funeral, there's an English original version and an American remake. And I thought to myself, it's Tuesday night, after work, got work again tomorrow. I got time for one movie tonight, not two. So I kind of wanted to watch both and compare them, but I thought not today. I need time. I need more time for that. But it could still be this week. I do need to do some double episodes because I missed out some weeks this year. So I could still do it. You could still see it today. But just in case I don't have time, I need to at least get one out, which is this. 47 Meters Down, also on the list. I've been looking forward to this. I watched Fall recently, F-A-L-L, recent movie. There was a crazy emotional twist in it. And apparently this has a very similar emotional twist. Another twist that's quite similar is Adrift. I really like Adrift. It's a great movie, Adrift. But yeah, like in both of those movies, the twist involves like some sort of hallucination. And obviously it involves two people and something happens to one of them. Apparently 47 Meters Down is a very similar twist, and I'm intrigued to see it. It's only an hour and 30 minutes long, and it's basically horror, so I guess that fits October. The synopsis is, with little oxygen left in their scuba tanks, they're in a shark tank. They're like, you know that experience you do when you get in like a cage and you go down into the ocean? Yeah, they're doing that. Pretty sure you can do it in real life as well. I would never try it, but yeah, I think this movie will make me even less want to try that. Two sisters are trapped in a shark cage at the bottom of the ocean while great whites circle nearby. So I'm guessing they do this experience, it goes wrong, and then they get stuck and there's sharks circling. So that doesn't sound fun for them, but it should be quite interesting to watch. So yeah, let's do this. So I'm 15 minutes in, and there are other similarities to Fall. Never mind Adrift. Never mind that. Forget about Adrift. This is quite similar to Fall. I think, was this made by the same people? Because it definitely feels like it. So this one, just like Fall, there's two main characters. The main character is getting over an ex. In Fall, the boyfriend died, but in this one, it's just an ex. They broke up, whatever. But she's getting over a former love, right? And the same with the Fall as well. And she's got a friend. In this case, is a sister. In that case, is a best friend in Fall. And the best friend or the sister, she wants to seek a thrill ride. She wants to go on this Shark Tank thing. And the main character, who's getting over an ex, she's very doubtful. She's just like, are we sure about this? Should we do this? But then the other one's like, no, come on, it'll be all right. It's very similar to Fall in that sense. And even with like doubting the dangers and stuff, because in Fall, they were climbing this really tall tower, and she's just like, is this safe? Should we do this? We should go back down. And in this one, they're going on a shady trip with two guys they just met to do this Shark Tank thing. And obviously one person's like, yeah, we got to do this. And then the other friend, who's getting over an ex, is just like, it's not safe. We should have listened to the hotel lobby people who said early book tours with us. And other things like that. It's just, and also like, even like about the ex, like in Fall, it was just like, the friend was like, you gotta forget about him, you gotta move on with your life. And in this one, main character's like, even Stuart told me this and that, and then her sister's like, forget Stuart, he's your ex, why are you listening to him? That's not exactly what she said, but says, but you know, that's the sense. I'm just like, there are some similarities between this and that. Because this has been on my list for a while, but like I pushed it up the list because I heard about the similarities between this and Fall, and I'm seeing a lot of similarities. It's not. I thought it would just be the twist, but there's a lot more than that. Also in both movies, obviously different situations, but in both movies they really want their ex back. Obviously in Full it's a bit more tragic. In this one she just wants to, you know, even though she's doubtful about this, she wants to get some sort of like exciting photos to make her ex rethink and think, oh, this girl's cool. She's in a way a motivation to do this, even though she's doubtful of doing it. She wants to impress him, who she's broken up with. So she's just not over him, and she wants him back. Just like in Full, she wants her man back, but obviously he's dead in that one. But yeah, that's the main difference. In that one he's dead, in this one he's alive, he's just broken up. But yeah, with the way these two main characters are acting, there's some similarities. So the scene where the cable breaks and they plunge down to the seabed. Well, seabed, is that the right term? They plunge down to the bottom, sustaining injuries, and they both get knocked out. And there's blood involved, which will attract sharks. I'm pretty sure sharks can smell blood a mile away. At least great whites can, and this is what they're dealing with, great white sharks, which are huge. They've done well with the scale, like the scale of the sharks, when you see it, it's, you know, they've made them look terrifying, and, I mean, obviously they're sharks, so they're great white sharks as well, the deadliest of the kind. But I mean, like, what I was going to say was, before I went wayward, the scene where the cable breaks and they plunge down, that was really well filmed. That was really well done. I don't know if it was done with CGI, practical effects, either way. The way they filmed it, the angles, and obviously the music in the background, it was genuinely terrifying to watch. So, yeah. Now they're at the bottom and they're panicking. I mean, what can you do at this point? There's probably no radio signal. So what happens? I'm expecting a twist at the end. Bit of a spoiler, I guess, but yeah, I'm intrigued to see if anything else happens aside from, you know, sharks attack them. There might be a twist. I guess we'll see. Sister's trying to get out of the cage, which seems like a terrible idea. I mean, the shark's out there, but like, she was bleeding. I'm gonna say, sorry, I keep forgetting her names. Kate is the sister who's like, you know, she's not the getting over the ex-sister, she's the other sister. She tried to get out of the cage to try and get help, but the main character, who's getting over the ex, I'm gonna just call her that, she was bleeding quite badly. She stopped bleeding now, but the point is blood made it out into the ocean, right? The sharks surely will be coming. The fact they're not here already is baffled me, to be honest. They'd be here by now, right? But yeah, she couldn't fit through with a mask. Like, her head couldn't fit through, so she took off her mask, and now she's put it back on. Now she's outside the cage. Have they forgotten that there's sharks around? So we haven't seen the sharks since it just got in the water. So they were just casually just hanging, and the sharks were just circling around the cage before disaster happened. Since disaster happened, there's been no shark. But the sister went up like 7 meters up to 40 meters. She got a radio signal. She called the guys at the boat, and they said they're coming down. And he said, "Get back in the cage. That's the only safe place from the sharks." So Kate goes back down. Kate is the sister. Kate goes back down and into the cage, and now they're having a conversation. And assuming they're going to be pulled up, but I would assume there's more twists and turns coming up. But the boat's now left, so either they've been ditched, which they think they have been, or they've gone to get help and they can't help them from where they are. But yeah, they're panicking. Kate went up to try and get a signal, no answer because the boat was gone. Got attacked by a shark. She got back in the cage just in time. The shark attacked the cage a little bit, so a bit more shark action, but not enough yet. They've only got so much air as well, like in their masks. It's going to run out eventually, so like they can swim up, but they can't like go straight up because that will, I can't remember what it causes, but that's a real life thing as well. You can't just swim directly up. It's impossible. You got to like do it slowly with like 5-minute breaks. Don't know exactly how it works, but like you got to do it slowly in open water where there's sharks. Yeah. Either that or you stay in the cage and, you know, wait for something that might never come. So Lisa, I remembered the main character's name, oh my word. Lisa, the sister's Kate. So Lisa's gone out of the cage now. She's been attacked by, she's been chased by a shark. She's, you know, she's managed to survive so far. They're going towards, she's going towards a flashlight, which they believe is the guy trying to get them. All I thought was, a floating flashlight, not moving. He's probably been eaten. Or they're just seeing things. I don't know. Can two people see something that's not real at the same time? I don't know. But, yeah. I'm intrigued, because they're really low on oxygen. Very low on oxygen, so I'm wondering, like they're still 37 minutes after the movie. So, what's next? They found the flashlight. Lisa found the flashlight. Javier, their friend, is not there. If I was ever in the situation, I'd die. But my last hope would not be on people trying to come down to save me. My last hope would be orcas. Killer whales. You see, killer whales. The ones that are not in captivity, they are not really that hostile towards humans. But they are killer whales, and some killer whales actually hunt great white sharks. So it would be cool if there were some orcas around. You know, a bit of backup would be great, because these sharks are ridiculous. We need to level the playing field. Okay, so she did find their friend. So I don't know what the flashlight thing still was about, but yeah, he kind of saved her life, but he died. He said, "Get back to the cage," and the shark attacked him, but he was distracted. And now I'm pretty sure he's dead. So yeah, but she's got his spear gun and his hook, so it might help. But yeah, well, they weren't ditched. Well, the boat left, but they weren't completely ditched. But it doesn't look good. Considering the rate that oxygen has gone down, I'm surprised it's not gone already, to be honest. It went from 55 to 17 in like 10 minutes. So they're being pulled up with 30 minutes left in the movie. I'm just like, okay, how's this gonna go wrong? The rope breaks. The rope breaks, the cage goes straight back down, and now Lisa's leg is stuck under the cage. So the Coast Guard has been called. Apparently they'll be there less than an hour, so they've got to remain calm until then. Could have called the Coast Guard in the first place. I think that would have helped quite a lot, in fairness. Okay, a lot a lot just happened. So they got sent down spare tanks, which I was just like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, they were out of oxygen pretty much, so why like, how would they wait an hour? So yeah, they were sent tanks and flares. Kate went out to get them, and she got attacked by a shark, and I think she's dead. That was a very sudden death. Her sister's just gone just like that. And Lisa, her leg's still stuck under the cage. She manages to break out. She reaches for the gun. I've forgotten what it's called now. The gun that the sharp gun, right? The sharp gun. But it's the pointy bit's facing towards her. So she grabs it, but she accidentally shoots herself in the arm, drawing blood. But she's using that gun to try and pull that tank in, because her sister's gone. So she's got to get a tank in herself, but she can't move. And her oxygen is running out, so she's really got to, like... She's got oxygen back, but she kind of left the cage door open. I get that she needs to breathe again, but now she can breathe. The door's open, mate. Close it. Oh, she didn't break free. I thought she did break free before getting the tank. She just broke free now because she's got radioed from Kate, because Kate's alive. She's bleeding quite badly, but she's being surrounded by sharks. Don't know how you're going to get out of that, to be honest, but Lisa's broken herself free, but she had to scrape her leg out, so her leg's bleeding now. Just, you know, I think it was her head bleeding earlier when they first crashed, then her arm, then he shoots herself with that blade, now the leg. How are the sharks not, like, at the cage as well? So she's gone out the cage to get Kate, who's bleeding out quite badly. Where are the sharks here? Where have they gone? How are the sharks not here? I'm so confused. And also, there's a lot of blood. Like, how is she not dead already? Like, what's happening? Apparently the shark's punctured something as well. Like, her oxygen's leaving her body as well. Like, what is... I mean, I guess she's gonna save her sister, but like... First of all, I don't know how she's not dead. Second, where are the sharks gone? Right, well, that was a bit anticlimactic. I mean, it was only going one way. Nowhere near as good as the new one, 4. Yeah, I think the ending was the weakest bit, but like, I kind of knew what was coming, but still. Yeah, so she goes and gets Kate, and they swim back up, and they are saved. But she was hallucinating that, and now I'm starting to think, when did Lisa start hallucinating? I'm guessing like because she got oxygen tank, so I'm guessing like Kate got taken away by the shark. The part of her getting oxygen tank actually happened, because how else would she have survived? But the part where she goes out of the cage to rescue Kate, I think that's the part where the hallucination starts, because she doesn't even break free from the cage. Like, her leg's still stuck under there. So I guess before she breaks free from that, when she breaks free from there, she's hallucinating that. So I'm guessing from there. Unless she's been hallucinating the whole time. I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, so Kate is dead. Lisa, the main character, has survived. But yeah, the last scene is literally just her, you know, being pulled up by the Coast Guard. You don't even see them get to the boat. It just cuts off there. So that's why I said I was going to anticlimactic, because like not much happens. I don't know what else they could have done at the end of it. I'm just like, oh, they could have ended it differently. But yeah, I know there's a sequel. I'm not gonna watch it. I just thought I'd see this for the twist, and yeah, the twist was alright. It just wasn't as well done as 4 or even Adrift. But yeah, it was worth checking out. But as a rating, 5, 6 out of 10 maybe. I'll give it, like, there are some scenes that I give like a 9 to in terms of like shark action, but like overall 5 out of 10. I think 5 out of 10. Yeah, never watching that again. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and see ya.